Aloha everyone, and welcome back to AlohaJenn's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to part 2 of the Sunday facial for this Sunday, February 18th, which happens to be my 6-year YouTube anniversary. I cannot believe it. 6 years, which almost got taken away a couple weeks ago. So with this part of the treatment, you're going to go into the main protocol for this facial, which I'm calling the Ultimate Anti-Aging Facial. The Ultimate Anti-Aging Facial by AlohaJenn. There we go. You're gonna go into the peel and the CO2 lift mask. Now for me personally, I think this is my favorite protocol with this. And what I did differently from last week is I didn't include my LED light therapy in the very beginning of my Pico treatment. What I did is I included LED light therapy with a sheet mask right after I did the peel. And I really like that so much better. Like I just feel like my skin looks more, compared to last week, my skin looks more plumper, juicier, definitely more hydrated. But overall, it just seems calmer. And I know the CO2 lift mask does calm the skin and it does a great job to it. But you can put water-based ingredients underneath that mask to really infuse those ingredients deeper down into the skin for an overall really, really great treatment. And I used the Lemieux Pro Firm sheet mask with my Sama Pulse LED light therapy panel for 10 minutes. And I just really love the way that this came out. So I'm going to I'll list the protocol down below in the description box for you guys to follow along. And all these products will be listed in Shop My Shelf. I'm kind of playing it cool with things down below in the description box for right now because of what happened to me recently. And I'm trying to not trigger the AI monitoring again because that was complete hell. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys go into this second part of this treatment. I hope you really enjoy it and I hope that you found that it was helpful. And I'm sending you all so much love and light. And don't forget to give my videos a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel when you like my videos, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Aloha everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our Sunday facial. And this part is going to focus on the HOP PLLA Pro Micro Peel and the CO2 lift mask. Now with the CO2 lift mask, and this is the pro version, you have to leave this on for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna leave it on for an hour, okay? So that's what takes this facial a long time. So if you add in the Pico toner, that takes a while, just depending on your treatment. And then this is going to take a while. The peel is the quickest part. So I've already cleansed my skin, and here's my skin. And let me just grab my headband here and get my hair back and get it out of the way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this peel. And you wanna make sure when you perform your peel, it's on clean, dry skin. You don't want your skin to be damp. And I'm going to wear gloves because I'm going to apply it with my fingers, because what I have been finding is that when I apply it with a brush, my brush absorbs quite a bit of this. And these are those gloves I was talking about that I like to use with the Pico toner because they go down a lot farther. I get them at the beauty supply store. You can probably buy them on Amazon too. But when I apply it with the brush, I feel like I don't have enough for my neck and my chest. So we're gonna leave this on for 3 minutes today. The instructions say you can do 1 to 2 minutes. 1 to 2 minutes if you have sensitive skin. I say 3 to 5 if you have normal to oily skin, okay? If you don't have sensitive skin, you don't react to doing, peels like this. I'm in the sense of like, if you've never had any issues doing an at-home peel that has, 24 to 30% acids, you could probably lean on the 3 to 5 minute side, okay? But just disclaimer, the instructions say 1 to 2 minutes. And then on your first try, I say 1 to 2 minutes, and then you can go from there, okay? Because you are the best judge of your skin. I'm not, because I'm not analyzing your skin. So you have to be your own judge on that, okay? So I am going to just cut off the corner of the peel here, and we're going to apply it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out and put it on my fingertips, okay? And then I'm just gonna start working this in, starting on my forehead. And we are going to avoid directly underneath the eyes, but I'll just put it right here where my orbital bone is. Down on my nose. And I'm wearing gloves because if I was to use my hands, it would absorb this peel. So, but I'm mainly using my fingertips. If you keep the products at your fingertips, it stays at your fingertips and it won't absorb into your skin. But when you go down, farther down your hands, like your fingers from here on to your palms, they will absorb your products. So yes, I have a lot more of this left when I apply it with my fingers, to where that I think I could probably just get away with half a packet. Maybe not, 1 full packet. So there isn't very much peel in here, guys, but if you apply it with your hands with gloves over them, you can stretch it down like I did. Okay, so we're gonna start our countdown now for 3 minutes. Let me just make sure I'm getting everything out. Oh, there's still a little bit more left in there. So I just feel a little bit of tingling. So this is my 3rd time doing this peel in this whole entire treatment, but I have changed this treatment up. The first video I did, which is here on YouTube, that one I just did the peel and the mask. The second time I did it for my Facebook group, I did this whole treatment that I'm doing today. But my exception for today is before that treatment, I did red LED light therapy, 6 minutes of consistent red and near LED light therapy with my Sama panel. And then I did the Pico Toner treatment without any Peptis underneath. This week, what I did first is I didn't do my LED light therapy first thing before my Pico Toner. I did my Pico Toner, I put all my Peptis underneath. I did Adipo, and I let Adipo sit on my skin pretty much for like 5 hours. And now I cleansed my skin with the Victoria Deanne Balancing Cleanser. I'm doing this peel. Okay, so I'm going to remove this peel shortly, and I'm not feeling anything. I feel a little bit of itching, but that's it. I'm gonna remove this peel shortly, and after I remove it, I'm gonna go in with my Victoria Deanne Peptis. And then after I apply those, I'm gonna put on the Lemieux Pro Firm Face Glow Mask. And I'm gonna sit this over my skin, and I'm gonna perform 10 minutes of consecutive red and near LED with the sheet mask on. I'm gonna remove this sheet mask, then come back, and we're gonna do the CO2 lift mask. How does that sound? I love this sheet mask because it's got flaps that you can put over the eyes, and you can also use it with your LED light devices. So just a few more seconds and we'll remove this. So I did take a before video. Hopefully it comes out, because the last few times they haven't been coming out really well. So hopefully I have my A game on for that today. Surprisingly, my skin isn't too sensitive from being sick. Thank goodness. So I feel pretty good today, actually. I got really tired after I did that Pico Toner treatment though. All right, so now I'm gonna remove this peel. It's been 3 minutes. So I have my nice lukewarm soft cloth here, And once you remove this, it neutralizes. A little itchy right here around my nose. So just so you guys know, this is probably going to be the last time I film this treatment. I'm going to do my last treatment next week, but I'm probably not going to film it. I'll probably maybe come back for like my final thoughts on this, but I won't film the treatment. This is going to be my last time because it's repetitive. But I just thought it would be fun to do this with you guys. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for content because I'm kind of, it's like I can only do so much. My schedule's changing too, starting this week. So I'm gonna be busy. I'm not gonna have as much time to make videos during the week. So probably for the next month. Okay, so I just wanna make sure I got all of that removed. Look at how radiant my skin looks. Wow, it just like instantly smooths out your pores. Love that peel. Oh my gosh, I love it. What I love about this peel is it's easy to use and you only have to take 1 or 2 days off from your actives after, which is nice. You don't have to take off the whole month. Okay, so we're just gonna let this dry. Now I do have like a little bit of a bump right here, and that's probably from doing extractions last night. So I just feel kind of a little bit sticky. Let me go in with this cloth. I just want to make sure that I have it all removed. Okay. Skin looks gorgeous. Woohoo! If you guys try this treatment, you have to let me know. I think you're gonna love it. My friend performed this exact treatment last night and she absolutely loved it. So I'm going in with Pepti Lift right now. So I'll apply my Peptis with you and then I'm gonna go off camera for my LED. Maybe I'll do partial of it and so you guys could see it. And then I'll come back for the CO2 lift mask. So she performed this treatment last week. She's doing it with me. Last week was her first treatment and she did it how I did it last week for the first time, which was red LED light therapy first, Pico toner, then cleanse your skin, remove the Pico toner gel, and then you go in with your peel. And then remove your peel, apply your Peptis, and then apply the CO2 mask over and leave it on for 60 minutes and then remove the CO2 mask and you don't wipe your face off after and you just follow through with your evening skincare. So tonight for my evening skincare, it's going to be after I remove the peel or remove the CO2 lift mask, I'm going to go in with my Photozyme MD serum, my Victoria Deanne Rejuvenator in Mild, DEJ eye cream, and I'll have to see how my skin is after. I notice it's a little bit red here today, so I'll probably go in with, last week I did the Isden night cream after and it was fine. I may still do the Isden cream. I'm just going to see how my skin is after, how much inflammation gets calmed in my skin from the CO2 lift mask, which it does calm it down pretty much. And if I feel like I need something different, I'll go in with the Neogenesis Intensive Moisturizer and Barrier Renewal Cream. So now this is Pepti Tone. Just working this in here. And next I'm gonna go in with Pepti Elastin. We're having a big storm here again. It's so windy outside. I hope that we don't have any problems like we did last storm when it was this windy. So tomorrow is a holiday for a lot of people. It's not for us at work, but all the banks and like the post office, government, and I think schools are off. So that's nice. And here where I live, most of the kids have off school this week. They call it ski week, and all the parents and them, they all go on vacation. This is actually a really popular week for people to go to Hawaii. They want to go somewhere warm to get away from the cold, or they go skiing. Me, I'm gonna go where it's warm. Okay, so that is Elastin. So now I'm gonna go in with Pepti Pro-Col. And with the CO2 lift mask, you can apply any of your water-based serums underneath. You just wanna avoid, you know, any retinoids or acids. But you can use your water-based serums, and I love to use the Victoria DN Peptis under it. It's an amazing treatment. And you know, with the CO2 mask, it's gonna bring vasodilation to the skin, a lot of circulation. It's also gonna be anti-inflammatory, wound healing, and it will push these deeper down into the skin as well. So. So the only sensitivity that I'm feeling is just right around and through here. And that's to be expected. I did do extractions last night in that area, so it can be a little bit tender. And a little bit itchy on my chest, of course. Okay, so that was Pro-Col. Now we're gonna go in with Pepti Repair. And this is gonna help with repairing any inflammation and a compromised barrier from doing a peel. This really helps heal the skin. I love Pepti Repair. It's simply amazing. Now, with the CO2 lift mask, it's, you know, I love it. I think it's a superb treatment. It's just a beautiful, beautiful treatment. It really does do wonders for your skin, but it is an expensive treatment. So with this treatment, it's recommended that you do 3, one once a week. And then after that, you do it once a month to maintain your results. So it's the initial part of it that's pretty expensive. And I think if you buy if you buy 3 at a time, it's cheaper. The price is a little bit cheaper, but there's a couple people out here who sell the CO2 lift mask on their websites. I know Skin Beautiful RX does, and I believe you can use your discount with it. Okay, so now we got our Peptis on. So next what we're gonna do is I have my Sama Pulse 40 LED light panel here, and I'm gonna put it about 12 inches away from me. And I'm gonna put on the Lemieux Pro Firm Face Glow Mask. And since I'm not gonna be using the pulsed light, I'm not gonna wear my goggles. So let's go ahead and pop this on. This is just going to add some extra hydration to the skin. Make it really nice and plump and juicy under. I have to take these both off to apply it to my skin. I cannot do it when the sheet mask is already on. It's just too difficult, for me at least. So I'm going to make sure that these flaps for the eyes are here on the outside, not on the inside, because I'm going to flop those over my eyelids once I get the mask on. Okay. So let's put this on. This is gonna feel really soothing on the skin too, especially after that peel. If you wanted to do the peel and then do this mask, it would be good too, instead of the CO2 lift mask. But I just wanna add some extra hydration since we did do that peel. Just testing different ways. Okay, so I'm going to turn my timer on my panel to 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna put my flaps over my eyes and I'm gonna sit in front of my panel for a little bit so you guys can see. It's just kind of hard to see where the power button is. Okay. So, and I'm just gonna do this LED light with this mask on for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to remove the mask and come back for the CO2 lift mask. So I'll end here and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I just finished up my 10 minutes of LED light therapy, and I'm just gonna leave this on while I mix up this mask. So I'm just going to take the large packet first, and I'm just gonna cut off the top here. Should I tear it off? I've never tried tearing it off. Oh. Nope, it's better if you cut the top off. So I'm just gonna cut the top off. And then I have my bowl here, and I'm just going to empty the contents of this packet into the bowl. And I start from the bottom and work my way down by rolling this so I can get every last bit out. Okay. And I'm using this silicone mask brush spatula. Okay, so next you have your smaller packet, and this one you want to massage before you open it. And you know what? I'm just gonna remove this sheet mask now. Ooh, I calmed everything down. So you want to give this a good little massage before you open it. Okay. I'm just going to go down like this. Same thing with the other one. I'm going to cut off the top. And then we're just going to start from the bottom here. And this one is a white in color, where the larger packet of this is like a creamy, like light orange color. And then okay, so make sure you get everything out. And this is what it looks like. And then you want to just stir it up really good. You want to make sure the white is all mixed in that orange. And they say to like stir it for at least a minute, but I don't think you need to stir it that long. You just want to make sure that it's all mixed up. Okay, so we're all mixed up. And I'm going to start to apply this. I'm going to put a mirror right here in the front of me while I apply it because I need help. I can't, it's hard for me to apply it with just using the viewfinder in the camera. So I'm gonna start off at my forehead, and this will drip at first when you apply it. So you just wanna, it's like you're frosting a cake, okay, with this mask. You just wanna make sure that you get enough on here to where it's not too thin. And you want to make sure that you get it on good your first pass around, because if you go over it after you say you do the whole face, it's going to make it kind of come apart. So and you can get this over your eyelids too, by the way. You want to try avoid getting it in your eyebrows as much as you can. So I'll just put it over my eyelids there. And you can take it all the way up under your lash line. Just like right underneath your eyes. Like so. Now, the last time I did this, I was able to stretch it pretty good under my, down to like pretty much all of my neck. We'll see how good I am this time with that. Oops, got my hair in it right there. Okay. All right, almost forgot you guys were here. I'm just really enjoying putting on this mask. So I'm gonna take it down here onto right underneath my jawline and see how far we can get. Might be able to stretch it down a little bit farther down my neck. The thing is with this is you don't want to apply it too thin. It needs to be on sort of thick so it works. Kind of making a mess over here. But let's see how far we'll get. Did I miss anything? I can put a little bit more right here on the side of my nose. Okay. So you see how far this is going to come down? So for me, I can get it most of my neck with, my face and my neck with one packet. Now you can apply this over your lips if you want to, but what I find if you're going to be talking or drinking like water, it will pull away. So if you're going to put it over your lips, make sure that you won't be doing any sort of like talking or anything. So I'll put a little bit more right here. Okay, so here is our CO2 lift mask. And I'm it's kind of hard for me to get this around my nose with the spatula. So just want to make sure I get that covered really good because my nose is really sensitive around the edges and this is going to help it heal really nicely. So it looks like everything is well covered except for this one area, which I'm going to just take this dollop and I'm going to put that right over here. That part looks a little bit thin right there. Let's see. I feel like my face is melting. Put some more right here. It's a little thin right there. All right. Okay. So we're all applied. So I'm going to leave this on for an hour and then I will be back and we'll remove it and then we'll go in with my aftercare and we'll go from there. So see you in a bit. Okay, everybody, so it's been an hour since I've had the CO2 lift mask on. I'm just gonna grab my mirror. So I'm gonna start taking this off and I'm just gonna kind of pull it off from down here at the neck first. It started to break away in some areas like on my neck and then right here and then right here, but should be pretty easy to peel off this time around. Oof. My skin looks good from what I could tell. So I'm going to take this off with you guys and then I'm going to jump off camera and take my after picture and then come back and do my aftercare with you guys. So third time applying this mask to my skin and it was so much better this time than my first two times, especially after my first time. So I hope that you found that this was helpful in case you're interested in this and you know how to use the mask and apply it properly to your skin. So okay, so some areas where it was really thin, kind of stuck to the skin, it gets like a little crustiness to it. I'm just gonna go over those areas with a wet cloth and I have to do it in front of my mirror. So you want to leave this on your skin. You do not want to wipe your skin off after. You just take a damp cloth and you go around the edges of the face or where you have some of that mask that's still on there where it's crusty and you can't peel it off very easily. I have some in my nose. So that's what I'm going to do and I will be right back. Okay, we're all removed and where I mainly had to concentrate on removing the mask is down here on this part of my neck where it was a little bit thin from that application. And I just went over my brows a little bit, but here's my skin after. looks so good. Hopefully these before and afters come out, so let's take a look and compare. But I noticed right off the bat, what looks a lot tighter is and firmer is my jawline and right here underneath my neck. But it looks so plump and juicy. And I will have to tell you that your skin the next day is going to look absolutely flawless and amazing. It'll be so plump, firm, and juicy. And then a couple days later, look at your skin up close in the mirror and you'll see how the quality and the health of your skin has improved from doing the CO2 lift mask. I really love this treatment. Oh my gosh, this treatment is so good. It literally is the bee's knees. Love, love, love. Now I'm gonna do one more treatment. I know they say do these, you know, do 3 in a row, 1 a week, but I'm gonna do a 4th one because I have 1 more peel left and I really like this right after I peel. Just my whole skin just looks good and it looks good all throughout the week as well. So what I'm gonna do first is I am gonna go in with my Photozyme Serum. And this is the DNA Youth Recovery Serum. Since I already applied my Peptis underneath my CO2 lip mask, I don't need to reapply them. And so this is going to be my aftercare. This serum has been a favorite since the first time I used it. I have just been really loving this serum. It really helps with the hydration levels of your skin. And I just noticed some changes in my skin. My skin looks glowy, softer, more plump and juicy. And then I noticed that my fine lines and wrinkles actually look a lot plumper and stuff. And like this is starting to disappear too. So if you have sun damage, I would definitely recommend including this serum in your skincare routine. It is really, really good. I don't think I will be without this. I'm going to continue to use it. So I've been using it for a couple weeks and I just noticed changes in my skin just from using it in that short amount of time. So really, really love this serum. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my Revision DEJ eye cream. My skin does not feel sensitive or stingy, especially around in this area where I was experiencing that from after that peel. So the point of this is if you guys do this treatment, I would say do it in an evening where you don't have to worry about putting on any makeup or sunscreen and just let everything soak in your skin while you sleep, so everything will repair and recover. Okay, so there is my eye cream. Next, I'm going to go in with my Mild Rejuvenator from Victoria Deanne. And I'm using the mild because I did do a peel. I don't want to go in with Ultra. Ultra will be too much for my skin. Now this feels a little stingy right in through this area. And that's to be expected because there is niacinamide in this. Gosh, my skin just looks so good, even with it being so red. I just really, really love this treatment. I cannot tell you how much I love this treatment. It is really that good. Okay, well, since my skin is a little bit stingy, I'm still gonna go in with my Isden Age Contour Cream. So I'm almost done with this. My new one should be arriving, I think, on Tuesday. So I'm just gonna take a dollop and put this over my skin. So you could either go in with this or your moisturizer of choice, or the Neogenesis Intensive Moisturizer and the Barrier Renewal Cream. It's up to you on what you prefer. Just something nice and gentle. Just gonna put a little bit more on my chest. I feel like I just went through this Isden night cream. Like when I got this, to be honest with you, it didn't seem like it was completely full like the day cream, but I am really going through this. When the day cream, I still have a lot left. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that soak in for a little bit. And then I'm not gonna go in with castor oil tonight. What I'm gonna do is just let this kind of absorb into my skin for a little bit here. And see, I'm almost out. I gotta scrape on the way inside under the rim and everything. I'm gonna go in with the Neogenesis Barrier Renewal Cream just to really lock everything in and get some of those good lipids on my skin after this treatment. Looks so good, right? Love. I guess while that's drying, we can go in with the Rescue MD lip treatment. I'm starting to feel so much better from being sick. That Pico Toner treatment and block therapy really made me feel so much better. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the Barrier Renewal Cream. I'm gonna take 4 pumps and I'm just going to apply this everywhere. All right. Oh, yeah, this feels good. This isn't stingy on the skin at all, so that's good. Sometimes this can sting on the skin, but not today. Just a little bit stingy right in through here. That's it. But so everything looks so good. What do you guys think? I love. All right, so that is it for this treatment. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next video yet. I'm still kind of thinking. I wanna revamp my content, and I was thinking about not going through with doing any more series. I think I'm just gonna pop up and do like AlohaJenn and the Reel, Pico with AlohaJenn, and some other fun things. But, you know, like, I don't really try a lot of skincare products, you know, anymore, like how I used to. I really love my Victoria Deanne Peptis. They work for me, and I want to stick with them. I've been using them almost shy of 6 months now, and I just really love the Victoria Deanne Peptis and their Rejuvenator. I love their entire skincare line, actually. I really, really do. And I just started trying the Photozyme DNA Youth Recovery Serum. I have been using the Isden Age Contour Creams and their Flavo C. The only thing I can think of that I would like to try and add in for you guys, because I've been getting a lot of you reaching out to me, is the BioJuve, but I'm not so sure about that. It seems kind of pricey, but I don't think you use it every day. So I'm gonna look into that and I'll report back to you guys. If anything new comes up, I will let you know. Otherwise, I'll just pop on for some treatments. Like I know I owe some body treatments with the Pico Toner and the Jane Man Lift Unit. So we'll do that. I wanna do a jowls video and a neck treatment video. So we'll do something about like on that. And anything else I can come up with to kind of keep you guys interested. I know that, you know, everything's the same here and it all becomes repetitive, but at least I filmed treatments to where you can follow along with if you'd like to. And that's why I'm here. So, well, I must go now. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a beautiful week. And I'm so grateful for you all if I don't see you before. Bye-bye.